Hello everybody, it's Tina at Tina Stitches. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch and very little else. So if you're not into the cross stitch, then this isn't the channel for you. Sorry. You can stick around and see if maybe you'll like it, but don't say I didn't warn you. So today is Sunday, July 12th, and it's a very nice day outside, so I'd rather be out there, but I know I'm due for an update, and I'm going to have plenty of time to go and sit outside to stitch because I am officially on holidays. So I have the next 2 weeks off. Staycation, of course, because COVID. I'm used to it. I basically all my vacations are staycations. Very friendly on the budget. So, anyways, what have I been up to aside from work? Stitching is basically the same 2 projects the whole 2 weeks, believe it or not. I did throw in a 3rd project because it was easy to take outside compared to these other 2, which when you see them you will understand. I don't have any new starts. I don't even have any new starts planned. And if you followed me from the beginning, you will know that my birthday is coming up and I usually start something on my birthday. I have no plans for that. I have so many whips. It's almost causing anxiety. Almost. Some of them are so small, if I just sat down and focused, they'd be done. There's one that is so close to being finished. All that's left is beading. So I really should pick up some of these projects, get them done and out of the way. I am not doing Christmas in July, Jolly July. It is Kissmas, I think is the other hashtag that's going on. Simply because I want to focus on getting my project, this particular project, done and out of the way. I just wanted to get it done. I do have plenty of the Nora Corbett reindeer that I could work on as a Jolly July, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get this one out of the way. So it's not finished. I have 3 days until my birthday, and my hope was to have it finished for my birthday. The reason for that is because in the last 3 or 4 years, I've been starting a new Alice in Wonderland pattern for my birthday. I don't have one purchased or kitted up or anything to start, and I have 3 on the go right now. So I decided there's no need to cause more anxiety, just work on the ones that I have. So without further ado, I will show you the Mira Alice that I've been working on solely for the last 2 weeks. This is what it would look like. This is where it was when you last saw it. it did not have these curtains were not done. Her gloves were not done. She still needed facial details. None of the mirror was done. I believe one curtain was brought up the side somewhat. But anyways, you'll have seen the picture. Here's where it is now. I've got to take the chart off again. Here it is. As you can see, it's very close. There is just this side and one glove, some more of her face still has to be done, and this curtain and the rest of this mirror frame. And that's actually showing up really good. Except I did make a conversion, and I don't know if you can tell. But that entire mirror frame is in metallics. So I did the conversion that I had been talking about, and what I did was there was already 2 metallics called for in the original pattern. I don't have those. I don't have good experience with the DMC metallics, so I didn't even order them. Pulled from Stash these 5 metallics. There are 4 metallics, 2 shades of brown and black DMC. 2 shades of brown DMC. And I converted it to 4 shades of gold and black metallic treasure braid by Rainbow Gallery. And these are the colors. So there's PB 37, 36, 35, 03, and PB 05. They're all PB. And that's what I'm using to make up the mirror frame. The gloves I am doing in black silk, but probably wasn't necessary because you can't really tell. But this I had in my stash, so that's what I'm using. Madeira 2400 L15. I believe this was a gift, because I wouldn't even know where to order that. The Karen water lilies that are called for in the pattern, you really could just substitute for something else because it's such a small portion of the pattern. It's these little bunches of flowers here. That's all that the Karen is used for. And I just ordered the whole kit. And then I got the colors and realized I already had slate number 060 from when I did the garden party. So I have a full skein of slate left for another project. Or a giveaway. I've done that. I've ordered Umbria for the Christmas Eve couriers. Didn't like the way the shading was, so I thought, well, maybe it's a dye lot thing. I ordered another one. It looks exactly the same. So then I gave the other one away in a giveaway, and then just recently I ordered more. And I'll explain that in a minute. So that was Alice. The other project I worked solely, exclusively. See, I don't really like saying that, because there are the two projects. There's Alice and there's Beloved. So working on those together exclusively. Anyways, I got almost twice as much stitching done in the last 2 weeks than I did in the 2 weeks previous. I have been keeping a tally because I'm using Pattern Keeper, which makes it so much easier because it tells you right on the side. Also tells you your percentage finished, and it doesn't seem to be growing. Last video, my total for those 2 weeks was 1,512. Probably also missing a number, like a day's tally here and there. But these last 2 weeks, even though I was working full-time, I still managed to get in 3,496 stitches. Here's where it was the last time you saw it. Probably want to see what it's supposed to look like. So the last time I saw it, I was up to here. Didn't have his hand tattoo done. It was down here, across her face, about there, and from there up was done. I was on a roll. And 3,500 stitches later, here's what it looks like. As you can see, his tattoo is finished. I don't think it was even started in the last video. So mostly, let me get this, better hold of this. I worked from her hair over, all the way over to here, from about there. So that's a pretty good chunk. I started the tattoo and then I wanted to just finish it. It's not completely finished. And then this line here, like I said before, I was working up to line 340 and, you know, finishing off the thread or parking it conveniently below. This actually happens to be where his hand comes. So it's a natural stop. And so this next round, I'm going to take these threads, parked threads, I'm going to work them in, and I'm about 40 rows away from the page finish, the page line. So I think I'm just going to try to complete this page and then work the next pages down, or work my way across finishing the pages. So that's where it is now. And because I'm off for the next 2 weeks, I would expect to see more progress. Maybe. I don't want to get burnt out. I've been working on that one for a long time, so it's all good. It'll be about 2 more years. If I wanted to have it finished in a year, I would need to do 361 stitches a day. That would get me finished next July. That's an awful lot to do in a day for how I work. I've said it before, I get up early and I work on that for about 30 minutes and then I go about my day. So I know some people are doing a strand a day or 30 minutes a day. I think that's a thing. And so this is my 30 minutes a day. It's more than a strand for sure, because my goal, I try to hit 200. Some days I get 90, some days, it depends on the confetti. And if it's not in the hair section, it's not that much confetti. Because his hand is pretty smooth. This is going to be confetti. And that's going to be confetti. So, yeah. I don't think I have her hands done. Nope, I haven't even gotten to her hands over here, so that'll be pretty easy going there. Yeah. So about 2 years before you see that one finished. So let's hope I'm still doing Flosstube in 2 years. Then you can see the finished product. There was one more project, and this one, I worked on it for a day because I took it outside. I've decided this is going to be my outside project. It's in my Alice in Wonderland project bag. So, as you can guess, it's probably an Alice, right? This is 2 out of the 3 Alice projects I have on the go. Tea Party, Hatter's Tea Party by Bothy Threads. This was purchased from so-and-so when they were still operating. I don't know where to get it now, which is too bad because there's a lot of this style in this series. Here's where I was last time you saw it. And here it is now, and I'm leaving it in the Q-snap. So this is what I'm taking outside to stitch outside, because it's one color. I don't have to search through a floss box or anything to find out what color I'm supposed to use. Just pick up the black. It's 3 strands on 14 count Ada, which is printed to give it that look, the fade rainbow look. And 3 strands on 14 count Ada is painful. If you've done a dimensions kit, you know what I'm talking about. Well, anything, really. I mean, if you're using 3 strands, because you can't double over. So you'll notice what I do is I take the full length. I take a full length, pull my 3 strands off, thread my needle, I put it through, and I start stitching with half of the thread loose. I try to put it so that it's underneath new stitches. And then I stitch, and then when this strand is done, I pick this up, and then I can continue. As long as it's not carried across the back. If it's going under stitches, then it works fine. My problem has been my needle size, and I went through my stash, and I dug out a few options that I'm going to switch to, and this is not my preferred set of needles. These needles came with a needle threader and needle keep, and there's a size 24. There's size 24 and 26 in here, but I also had some DMC 24s. I don't know why, because normally I use 28s. Whether they're Bohan or John James or Peacemakers, 28 is my preferred. But with the 3 strands folded over in a needle, pulling it through a tight, it's not even tight, but pulling it through the Ada, stiff might be a better word, it makes that popping, the needle is not opening the thread up enough to let the thread glide through, which is causing fraying and breakage and really sore fingers. So I'm going to switch out my needle. We'll see if that makes this go faster, because it really was not fun. So that's the 3 whips that I worked on in the last 2 weeks. And Alice, really, I did like maybe 2 strands. Sorry, Bothy Alice only got 2 strands, approximately. Haul. I did get a little bit of haul. I saw these on a stash and load, and I didn't have to have them, but I wanted them. And I thought about starting them. It was a brief thought. There is a sale going around. There's a sale going on for Teresa Wensler. And it's started, I believe Dina from Half Stitch Cross Stitch started this out, and she's doing Mermaid. I don't have Mermaid. I do have a lot of other Teresa Wensler patterns. I've even finished a couple. But these showed up in my feed on Facebook, and I was like, I'll take those. They are Carousel Horse, Winter, and Summer. I know Teresa Wensler's patterns are very blend intensive. Instructions are not always, sometimes the backstitch instructions can be vague. This one's actually not very blend heavy. I got too much on the go. So, and those will be added to my collection of Teresa Wensler. Now, I watched her latest update, and she mentioned that, I believe it's Split Stitch is working on English Garden Sampler. And I know that jogged my memory of, I know there's a pattern that I have in a magazine of Teresa's English Garden Welcome. I believe that's what it's called. Actually, I should look up a picture and see if I can insert it here. And that is something that when I got the magazine, which I still have somewhere, I wanted to stitch it. I wanted to put it up in my other house, but I was not totally motivated to put it up there because the way the entrance worked, there was nowhere to really put something like that. Here, however, the style of this house, the way it's set up, I probably could get away with making that and hanging it up here. So, maybe, just maybe, there'll be a new start. But not anytime soon. But I should find that pattern anyways. Another thing that I got, I placed an order quite a while ago with a local, not so local, with a Canadian online store. And I needed a couple of DMC colors. They were out of a couple, so I had a back order and two threads. Two of the threads I don't really know where I need them now, but DMC, just two DMCs. Those came in, but I also got the Karen water lilies that I need for Dressmaker's Daughter. I had been ordering the Karen as I needed for that season. It wasn't working. I kept coming across, I need this one, and I need this one. So I decided, oh, I'm just going to bite the bullet, buy the rest of them, which was only 3. And then I won't be, you know, stalled out, whatever. So one of the colors needed was 137 copper, 157 polar ice, and 204 Umbria. Now, if you were paying attention earlier in the video, I was saying I ordered Umbria and gave it away. And then I get this order and there's Umbria again. And I'm like, why do I keep ordering? Apparently, I need it for Dressmaker's Daughter. So I better put it in there before I go and give it away again. So that was my haul. I am expecting more fabric. I did place an order with 123. Canada Post recognizes the tracking number, so it's on its way. And when that gets here, I'll share it. Because right now I can't even really remember what I ordered. I might have ordered more Umbria. Who knows? Plans are to get Alice finished. Alice's anniversary is July 28th. Normally I would have started that on July 15th, but for whatever reason I couldn't last year, so July 28th will be its 1-year birthday. Let's hope we can get that one finished. I mean, there's not a whole lot, but that curtain, this curtain is quite a bit of stitching in there. It's full coverage all the way across. I didn't mention what I was stitching anything on. Alice is stitched on 32 count Candy Duo by Extrude Designs. Yeah. The other thing that I plan to do is I pulled out this design because I really should finish it. I haven't picked it up since we've been here, and I stole the PB03 from this project, so I really need to work on this. I have 2 more cards and hopefully that'll be enough, but this takes a lot of PB03. This is not cross stitch, this is needlework. Needlepoint. It's canvas with thread and ribbon and beads. This is from a magazine, Stitcher's World, March 1998 or something like that. When I work on this, I will give you details. I have the magazine right over there, but I would like to work on this some more because I have a frame that my husband wants, so I better, get this done and in that frame before my husband steals it. So that's really all that I have planned. I am not writing anything in stone because it can change. It is fluid. It is written in sand. So we'll see what you see in the next 2 weeks. I had considered doing a daily vlog. that's just not going to happen. Maybe, you know, let's see what happens in 2 weeks. Let's see, what will you get to see? It'll be interesting. It would be. Let's see. So, I hope this thing is still recording. The little red light is right where that cabinet is, so it's hard to see. But it looks like it's still recording. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment if you like. I do try to get to the comments. But if you leave a comment like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, I'm not going to respond to that because I'm sorry. I speak low. I have other people in the house. I did have a microphone for my other setup, but it doesn't work with this camera. I do what I can. I mean, you're here to see the cross stitch, not hear me talk, so yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you have a Flosstube. I'm looking for I'm not actively looking for new people to watch, but if I see somebody new, I'm like, oh, hey. Oh, I know what I've ordered. I ordered that whitewash for, if that comes in, you might see it finish. Anyways, I'm going to leave now and put this on the computer and do the editing and all of that fun stuff. I really should get my husband to do that. He's artistic. We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna leave now and go get some stitching done, even though there's housework to do.